Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. Today, continuing with the One Piece videos here on the channel, we'll talk about Luffy's new companions. The great final battle is approaching, and with it many powerful characters will ally themselves with different organizations, and as we know, there are several enemies of the Straw Hat Pirates who changed their vision by personally meeting Luffy's crew. In today's video we'll talk about future villains who appeared during the One Piece manga that can help Luffy and his crew during this great battle, and we'll talk about what will motivate them to join Luffy. So I'm already counting on your support to leave like in today's video and subscribe if you're new here. Now let's go to the video. Guys, during the One Piece manga we see some characters who were enemies in the past and who helped Luffy at times, even if it was a little help, so there is great possibility that some of them will join Luffy's crew to help him again. There are also characters who, when fighting Luffy, came to have great respect for him, thus creating a small friendship, even though they were enemies. So now let's talk a little about which characters can join the Straw Hat Pirates to help them against a possible common enemy. Starting with Charlotte Katakuri, the third child of the Charlotte family. He is one of the three generals and leaders of the Big Mom Pirates. During the Tea Party, Katakuri was a huge obstacle to Luffy's efforts, trying to defeat him at all costs, to stop him from trying anything against Big Mom. After Luffy and his group escaped the castle, Katakuri shortly thereafter led a chase team to pursue them, vowing to eliminate Luffy before he could become a threat to his mother. Furthermore, soon afterward he insisted on staying on his ship to board them in a possible case where they managed to escape their mother. After Luffy dragged him into the mirror world to prevent him from stopping his friends from escaping, the two battled each other in an incredible match. Despite believing that Luffy would have no chance of defeating him, he developed some respect for Luffy, as when he remarked on Luffy's ability to dodge his attacks, Katakuri used his awakened powers to fight him. During his fight against Luffy he stated that he wasn't underestimating Luffy. After Luffy interrupted his lunchtime and revealed his face as well as his sloppy eating habits, Katakuri regretted not making sure that Luffy had lost his life. Enraged, Katakuri tried again to take Luffy's life, however Luffy managed to attack him and claimed that he discovered Katakuri's weakness. When Luffy briefly gained the upper hand, Katakuri's respect for him seemed to have grown. He praised Luffy for being able to hurt him and commented that he understood how he managed to outdo his younger brother Cracker. When Luffy retreated from the battle due to the time limit of his Gear 4th, Katakuri chased after him in order not to let him get away, but Luffy managed to escape from the mirror world before Katakuri could catch him. While he was resting, Luffy declared his intention to overcome Katakuri and later confronted him again, so Katakuri was impressed by his bravery, showing that there is a possibility that Katakuri helped Luffy, because after the conflict between them, Katakuri seems to have a great respect for Luffy, perhaps helping him if it was necessary that the forces of several pirates gather against a common enemy. Now let's talk about members of the sailors, who as we know are the natural enemies of pirates, especially the more famous ones like Luffy and his crew, so even though some are Luffy's friends, they have to follow orders and try to capture them. So let's talk about some who would agree to disobey their superiors to help Luffy if necessary. Starting with Kobe, a Navy captain who trained alongside Helmeppo under the supervision of Vice Admiral Garp. He is currently a member of the Navy's Special Forces Unit, the Sword Squadron. Kobe was one of the first people Luffy met on his journey. He traveled briefly with Luffy, acting as a temporary navigator after Luffy helped him escape the pirate Alvida, who forced him to work on her crew. He later joined the sailors after the incident with Captain Morgan. The two also met again on Water 7, although they are now on opposite sides and will inevitably have to face each other. Kobe and Luffy still consider themselves friends, since Luffy helped Kobe gather the courage to become a sailor. Both were happy to see each other again in Water 7, although he was surprised to learn that Luffy was Dragon's son. However, during the Battle of Marineford, Kobe chose to fight Luffy, which resulted in him being quickly defeated by a single punch to his face, although this did not harm their friendship, as Kobe still admires Luffy's strength. Now let's talk about another member of the Navy, Garp, the former Vice Admiral of the Navy. Garp is the father of the Revolutionary Dragon and grandfather of Luffy, therefore, he always seeks to help Luffy, even if he follows a path that Garp does not accept. Garp seems to be very strict with his grandson Luffy's actions and gets angry at the slightest mistake he makes. He also claims that Luffy was cursed by Shanks with ideas of becoming a pirate. After all, Garp wanted Luffy to be a great sailor like him. However, Luffy tells Garp since he was just a kid he wanted to be a pirate. Garp seems to take great pride in his grandson whenever Luffy does something risky, for example when he learned that Luffy had infiltrated the huge Impel Down prison in an attempt to save Ace. However, when he learned that Luffy had escaped from Impel Down taking many prisoners with him and went straight to Marineford, where the sailors were waging a huge battle against Edward Newgate and his crew, Garp's immediate expression was one of shock. This implies that he cares about his grandson's welfare. However, when Luffy was on the verge of saving Ace, Garp jumped over the bridge in front of him, getting in Luffy's path, refusing to move, fulfilling his role of a member of the Navy. In the end, his love for his grandchildren proved to be stronger than his sense of duty, so he allowed Luffy to hit him with one blow, thus dropping to the ground without even trying to avoid the punch. Based on that, we can see that if something happened to Luffy during the final great battle, Garp would switch sides to protect his grandson, because what happened to Ace, he wouldn't allow it to happen to Luffy. Now let's talk about Smoke, a Marine Vice Admiral who initially aimed to capture Luffy during his first appearance. He has a strong desire to trap Luffy since when Luffy was just starting his journey, meeting him for the first time just as Luffy was about to be hit by Buggy's sword in Logtown. Smoker at that moment saw Luffy's smile, and also at that moment he saw that that boy was similar to the king of pirates, Goldie Roger, who did the same 22 years ago. Since then Smoker considered Luffy a danger potential for the world. Smoker always wondered why Dragon had rescued Luffy in Logtown, until Sengoku made it public that Dragon is Luffy's father, which intensified Smoker's thinking about Luffy's dangerous potential. Ever since he witnessed Luffy's smile during his interrupted execution, Smoker has been relentless in his attempt to pursue Luffy and arrest him. Smoker is even willing to go to the New World to capture Luffy, and has waited 2 years for Luffy to finally arrive, becoming Luffy's oldest Navy opponent to this day. Due to Smoker's desire to trap Luffy for such a long period, he seems to have learned about Luffy's habits based on several encounters with him, as well as news information, also realizing what he considers to be the strange kindness of that pirate. Because of this, even though he has a big obsession with capturing Luffy, he sometimes cooperates with the young pirate, but only when they have common goals, so it wouldn't be so difficult for Smoker to switch sides during the final battle, because like Fujitora and Garp he also follows his own ideal, following what he thinks is fair, being able to change sides depending on Akainu's leadership during the battle, thus allying himself with Luffy and his crew. And finally, let's talk about Crocodile, an ex-Shichibukai and also an old enemy of Luffy. During the arc of Alabasta, we saw that after seeing Crocodile and his plan to destroy Vivi's kingdom, Luffy was furious with the Shichibukai, vowing to defeat him, which he really managed to do. However, we saw how Crocodile saw Luffy as just another rookie who knows nothing of the world, but after a few clashes between them, Crocodile's opinion began to change, creating a great deal of anger at the young pirate's persistence. After eventually re-encountering Crocodile in level 6 of Impel Down, Emporio Ivankov asked Luffy to release the former Shichibukai, which Luffy initially didn't want to do. However, we can see that even though he is there because he suffered defeat at the hands of Luffy, he doesn't seem to hold a grudge against the Straw Hat Pirate, just as Luffy doesn't seem to harbor grudges for anyone but Akainu and Teach. Although Crocodile did not ally with anyone during the Battle of Marineford, he ended up saving Luffy's brother Ace, and even protected Luffy himself, claiming he did it just because he didn't want the sailors to have what they wanted. Therefore, he helped Jinbe and Luffy to escape from Akainu to prevent the then Admiral from taking the life of one of them, proving that Crocodile may indeed have a small chance of allying with Luffy. But as we know, he is greedy and arrogant, so during the big battle, Luffy would have to offer something that interested him so that he would cooperate with him again. But now I want to know about your opinion. What other members would have a chance to team up with Luffy and the Straw Hats? Leave your opinion in the comments. Thanks to all of you for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed the content and information in today's video. We hope that we will always continue together talking about the news of the anime and the manga, so comment your doubts, news, or what you think will happen in the anime in the future. Also comment on the new videos you want to see here on the channel. We'll see you again in the next video. I'll wait for you here. Bye.